Okay, it's not my bit. I'm going to hand over this baton to Alero because we are talking Earth, World Earth Day, environment, and all of that, Code Africa. But I just got this picture from a very dear friend, and I thought, I don't know if you can see this. It's our coastline, and is just Alero said this. It's just not it. It doesn't cut it, as my friend will say. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Could it work at all?
No, but really we need to do something about our Earth. And
yes,
every one of us needs to, I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes when I go there, I feel like shedding tears.
That is not a pretty picture at all. You see some coastlines, and you just feel like going to the beach. They're so inviting. The water is so blue, and you just want to go and just put your feet in the sand and put your feet in the water.
You can't even put your feet in the sand or the water on our beaches, most of our beaches, because you find bottles, broken bottles, plastic bottles.
Well, don't make it worse. Don't make it worse. Today is World Earth Day. It's the 22nd of April, and you know, a lot of awareness has been going on about environmental and climate issues, but how much effect is it having on people? Do we really understand what environmentalists say when they say, if you don't look after your environment, you are killing yourself? Sooner or later, nature is not going to do what it is supposed to do because you or we have not taken care of nature. Nature is there for us, but we need to take care of it so it can take care of us. And if we continue the way we've been going, we're killing ourselves, and in no time at all, there probably will be no humans left on the face of God's earth. And God forbid it, as they say in Nigeria.
So we have a new environmental
evangelist. Well, I am not an environmental apostle. We have them in abundance, and there are two of them with us here in the studio in Lagos, and there's one in Abuja. In Lagos, we have Dr. Paul Abolo, an environment
strategist.
Good morning.
Good morning, Alero.
And on this side, we have an environmental pastor.
Oh, I thought you were going to call me the evangelist. But it's
no,
okay.
you've gone past evangelist, haven't you? The last time you came, you said you had gone beyond evangelist.
Yes, but we're still learning, so I'm going back to square one because we realize there's still a lot of work to be done. But
yes.
Welcome as an apostle of the environment. It's good. Alero, Apostle Alero.
Desmond Majekodumi. And in Abuja, we have the DG of the National Environmental Standard and Regulations Enforcement Agency, Mr. Lawrence Anukam. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, so today is World Earth Day. And in my introduction, I was talking about how you all have been creating awareness about the environment and how we need to take care of our environment. Let me begin with you, Dr. Abolo. How effective has your evangelism been? Are we as aware as we should be? Are our habits improving as regards looking after the environment?
All right, I'll rephrase it. I'll say our evangelism, because you're part of us.
Okay.
Nyota is part of us. You have a beautiful program. Your Eco Africa program is beautiful. A lot of effort has been put out there. But at the rate at which the environment is degrading, we need a whole lot more effort. We see things happening. We just saw the picture now of what is happening at the Lekki Beach. You know, so the rate at which things are going wrong needs to be matched at the rate at which things need to be fixed, and it needs to be matched with the rate at which.
That's the video there.
That's the video. It needs to be matched at the rate at which we are creating awareness. As a matter of fact, the Paris Agreement specifically stated that nations need to be instructed on how to increase their awareness, sensitization, which will ultimately lead to participation. So, and the team for the World Earth Day is talking about educational and climate literacy. So literacy in this case cuts across every sector, the corporate organizations, the formal structures, and our everyday life. We just had some level of education here when the apostle showed us this picture which we are looking at now. People are not aware. People don't even know what is happening. So we need to up our game. We need to include as many stakeholders as possible to be able to make this more effective.
There's recently, let me take this up to the Director General of NESRIA, Mr. Anukam. Mr. Anukam, the coastline which you're seeing there is the Nigerian coastline in southwest Nigeria, around Lagos. But if you see that it's been eroded immensely, that's just one side of things. There's the other side of erosion in some parts of the country, south, east, south, south. There's a part of desertification and activities that are causing huge problems for the farmers and for the people that live around these areas. But your agency is supposed to be regulating and enforcing standards. How are we going to get all of this together, even as we mark the World AIDS Day? Okay, Mr. Anukam, let me come again.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me say again, thank you for having me. And let me express my appreciation for your station, for making this a topical issue. The environment is huge. The problems we face in the environment is also huge. But one key thing is to do with the level of awareness. Education is key. So that's why, really, when you look at the theme for this year's Earth Day, environmental and climate literacy is very key. For us, the issue of enforcement is a collective responsibility. We have to do it as a government. We have to do it as citizens, the NGOs. Everybody has a role to play, and the media too. What you are doing here is part of that action. We've had so many regulations in place in the past. Nigeria is signatory to various conventions and treaties. Nigeria has domesticated some of these treaties and conventions on the environment. But a continuous effective implementation is key. And number one thing there is that awareness. And the awareness has to come from everybody, the government, the citizens, and the private sector. Of course, the NGOs too. We are doing the best we can and will continue to do that. But I think to a very great extent, everybody has a role to play to have effective enforcement regime in Nigeria in the area of environment.